Still on the Niger Coup, the Nigerian Senate rejects Tinubu troop deployment plan, urge political solution. The Nigerian Senate has reached a resolution rejecting President Bola Tinubu's request to deploy Nigerian troops in Niger Republic to restore democracy rule in that troubled country. Rather, the Upper Legislative Chamber advised Mr. Tinubu and the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, which he leads, to explore political solution to the crisis. The resolution confirms an earlier premium time report that senators had taken a decision opposing the military action in Niger. President Tinubu on Friday has sought the approval of the upper chamber to mobilize the Nigerian army to Niger Republic to combat the Nigerian coupists who overthrown their democratically elected president, Mohamed Bazoum. In a resolution after deliberating on Mr. Tinubu's request at a closed session Saturday, the Senate supported other steps being taken by Nigerian Economic Community West African States, ECOWAS, to resolve the coup, but reject the option of a military action in the poor West African nation. This video has the details.
I represent Abia South. Constitutional point of order, section 4A. I read, the president shall not declare a state of war between the Federation and another country except with the sanction of a resolution of both houses of the National Assembly sitting in a joint session. I believe that this is a condition precedent to section 5A.
Constitutional point of order. The reason is this. We can only note what you have just said. He has not declared war. He's only informing us and it's our business to do the needful by having a robust debate on this and then advising thereafter. And therefore, this correspondence is referred to the next legislative date for proper debate by this chamber.
That the national security is under imminent threat or danger, provided that the president shall, within 7 days of actual combat engagement, seek the consent of the Senate, and the Senate shall thereafter give or refuse the said consent within 14 days.
Well guided, sustained.
Friends, very good afternoon. I am Senator Suleiman Abdurrahman Kau Sumaila, OFR, PhD, representing Kano South Senatorial District from Kano, spokesman of Northern Senators Forum. I am here this afternoon to address you on some issues, some topical issues to do with representation on behalf of our caucus of Northern Senators Forum. Can I continue? It is irrespective of the what is going on with our neighbors, Niger Republic. The title is Northern Senators Forum. As a forum, we condemn, the Northern Senators Forum, Okocha, on test Senate, under the leadership of Abdul Ahmed Ningi, not with the concern and condemn in its entirety the unfortunate development in Niger Republic, where the military possibly upstaged a democratically elected government of President Mohamed Bazoum. The Northern Senators also take cognizance of the effort of ECOWAS leaders under the able chairmanship of our dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in resolving the situation in Niger Republic. The emphasis, however, should be focused on political and diplomatic means to restore democratic governance in Niger Republic. We also take exception to use up the military force until all other avenues as mentioned above are exhausted. As a consequence will be casualty among innocent citizens who go about their daily businesses. Besides, about 7 northern states are share border with Niger, namely Kebbi State, Sokoto State, Zamfara State, Katsina State, Jigawa State, Yobe, and Borno State, respectively. We are also aware of the situation of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Libya, which may affect the 7 northern states, because all these 3 states share border with the Niger Republic. If military force is used, there is serious implication for our country. If military force is used without using all the democratic or diplomatic channel in resolving the cognia. As a Democrat and representative of the people, we are hereby urging our colleagues, more especially from the other region, to observe due diligence in invoking Section 5, subsection 4A and B, which gave the National Assembly power to approve the request, or more particular, Senate power to approve the request of Mr. President when we intend to participate or to join any foreign or to engage our military in foreign war. This is our position, and we are urging our colleagues and Nigerians to see reason on using democratic, political, and diplomatic way in reaching out to the military junta of Niger to resolve the issue. Let me re-emphasize that for almost 2 decades, Nigeria is battling insurgency, more especially in Borno, Yobe, and some northern states. And also concerned about the situation of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Libya, where I can say virtually there was no government or recognized government in Libya. If the situation allowed, or if the position of ECOWAS to use military force to force the military to surrender power to the democratic elected president in Niger, it may lead us to another crisis which Nigeria will be at the receiving end. That is the reason why we are pleading with our colleague, pleading with our Nigeria, with the remaining leaders of ECOWAS to see reason in insisting that diplomatic and political approach is the best solution to resolve this cognia. I do submit our position.
Thank you so much.
I am talking as my capacity, or at my capacity as spokesman of the Northern Senators Forum of the 10th National Assembly, inshallah.
His name?
I am Suleiman, Senator Suleiman Abdurrahman Kaw.
With less than 48 hours before the end of the 7-day ultimatum issued by the authority of ECOWAS heads of state and government for the military junta in Niger to revert to the status quo or risk consequences, including a possible military action, the ECOWAS Committee of Chiefs of Defense Staff say dialogue and negotiations will be at the forefront of the approach to restore peace. Rising from a 3-day emergency meeting, the defense chiefs condemned the actions of the coup plotters and reiterated their commitment to combating threats to democracy on the continent.
Throughout our discussions, we have collectively recognized the gravity of the situation and the urgent need for a well-coordinated response. Deliberations have been marked by a spirit of unity, cooperation, and determination to address the challenges at hand. We have examined the immediate implication of the coup in Niger Republic and its potential ripple effects across the ECOWAS region. We have also deliberated on the broader implications for democracy, peace, and stability in West Africa. I'm pleased to note that our discussions have yielded valuable insights and actionable recommendations. We have acknowledged the need for a comprehensive approach that encompasses political, security, and diplomatic dimensions. It is imperative that we translate our deliberations into concrete actions that effectively address the crisis and prevent a reoccurrence in the future. ECOWAS will not be used for coups. Democracy is what we stand for, and democracy is what we sustain.
The ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs and Regional Security emphasized that several measures are being taken by the regional body to negotiate peace in Niger. He says ECOWAS is determined to ensure democratically backed governments are not truncated by unconstitutional means, but will not prioritize military actions.
War or intervention, military, is not our option of choice. It is the last resort. We want diplomacy to work, and we want this message clearly transmitted to the leaders of the junta in Niger, that we are giving them every opportunity to reverse what they have done and to return the country to constitutional order. That failing, all other measures will be on the table, including the military option.